Hey Doki. Today's episode of Stuff Nobody Cares About Except for Brandon is brought to you by the movie Dolphin Tale. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to use any clips at all, but I just have a lot on my mind about this movie. Before watching this, I'd recommend you go watch the entire Dolphin Tale series. There's Dolphin Tale and then Dolphin Tale 2. They're all on Netflix as of 4/21/20. As of April 21st, 2019. Okay, let me read that. They're all on Netflix as of April 21st, 2019. So, they're there. You can go and watch them on Netflix. Go see for yourself before I inevitably spoil the movie. Oh, wait. Okay, you've watched it? Okay, perfect. What would you say is one of the main plots of season 2. God, I've been watching too many TV shows. Of the sequel to Dolphin Tale, Dolphin Tale 2. What was one of the main plots? Yeah, there's the whole not having another dolphin for winter thing. There's the whole idea of them pairing. But pretty much all those plots center around winter not being lonely. Winter not being lonely. Okay, and this is where I get upset because there's also another subplot going on. I believe the writers of this realized we can't just have this. So they took the easy way in and the lamest way out by creating some sort of fake relationship build-up with Hazel and Sawyer. And this is not just me saying this randomly. It's shown multiple times. It's even outright stated that Hazel likes Sawyer and Sawyer likes Hazel. It's stated in the movie that Hazel has feelings for Sawyer. If the context clues of Hazel literally getting jealous over every single girl that looks at Sawyer wasn't good enough for you, then they literally have Hazel outright say, "Hey, I like you." And then Sawyer's like, "Hey, I like you too." And you know what they do with this? Nothing. The best we get between them are the moments where they're not having a relationship. And even those were kind of clowned by the relationship. Like, one scene, it's so beautiful, and it's brought tears to my eyes seeing how happy they were with each other, and they were mostly happy with the dolphin. But there was a couple glances. If you watch, let me see if I can put them up there. There are a couple glances that are shared, and it just hits me in my screenwriting for teens heart. It just hits me right where it hurts. Because everyone loves the idea of, like, finding your best friend in years later, falling in love with them and then staying with them forever. Everyone loves that idea, or maybe it's just me. I could be weird. But everyone that I know. Okay, I know myself personally, I love that idea. That maybe, like, your childhood best friend and is gonna, like, become your wife or husband or anything like that. And it's beautiful, honestly. And it would have been beautiful in the case of Dolphin Tale. That would have been a really good way to end the series. Oh, God, it hurts, guys. It fucking hurts. How did they decide to end the series, you ask? Well, let's just say Sawyer's going away over the summer. This is probably the first time he's going to be away from Hazel in the past 5 years. So obviously this is a big moment, and it makes it clear that this is a big moment from the very start of this moment happening. And we have this idea that Hazel's gonna be doing something big, something over the top, something spectacular. So it leaves the audience thinking, is there gonna be a kiss? They gonna kiss? Are they gonna kiss? Cause it sure seems like they're gonna kiss. I mean, I feel like they should kiss. Like, Like, is that just me? No, it's not just me. Everyone I asked says that they totally expected them to do some sort of like kiss or something. And I get it's a family friendly film. You can't have to making out or something like that. But a tiny little kiss on the cheek wasn't done nothing, Ava Betsy. It would not have done anything. It would have been perfectly fine if that was the climax that we got. A kiss on the cheek. Because I could put it past them. But no. They went a little too safe with it. She was standing on the roof with balloons. So infuriating. She was standing on the roof with balloons and a sign that was saying like goodbye or something. And that itself is kind of sweet, but when you have this whole like relationship as your own subplot, that's not a good way to end it at all. That's not a good way to end it. Ooh, what were they thinking? And to make it even worse and to make it even more anticlimactic, I fully expected Sawyer to be like, wait, Mom, stop the car, I need to go and talk to Hazel. But you know what Sawyer does? He's he sends a text message saying that he sends a text message saying Sawyer, seeing this big gesture, doesn't stop the car, but he instead pulls out his phone and sends Hazel a text message to say, thanks. Oh my god, it's so retarded. Oh my god, I'm literally crying because of this. And to top it off, what does Hazel do? She blushes. She blushes. She stood on top of a roof to get balloons, and she only got a thank you text back after we've waited 4 entire years, both in the movie's time and in real life, to see what will become of these two, and they push it so heavily that they're gonna be a couple, or at least they're gonna have some sort of romance, and we get a thank you text and a couple of balloons and a little bit of blushing. It's such a letdown. Oh my god, it's such a letdown. It's literally so extremely depressing. You know what? I don't even think I could handle editing this video. That's how upset I am. I'm just gonna upload this to YouTube straight. You know, just my raw emotions. You know what? That's gonna be a new series on my channel called My Raw Emotions, where I give my raw emotions on literally anything. In today's episode, the stupid the anti-climax of dolphin tail. Oh my god, it's so frustrating as well because, okay, let me just say, I am kind of I'm kind of a fan of Cozy and her work. Cozy's the person who plays Hazel. Recently, I don't like what she did to her hair, but that's just how I thought. I thought she looked better with long hair, but you know, she's her own individual. She can do whatever she wants to do. I can't, like, hate her. But, like, okay, let me just preface, I am talking about Dolphin Tale 2, which was filmed when Cozy, Hazel's actor, was 16. And Hazel herself in this movie seemed to be around 15, 16. So she's my age. So I can say this. Hazel was fine. And also, let me just point out, okay, the Dolphin Tale 2014. It's 5 years ago. So I've kind of liked Hazel since I was like 11. I liked a 16-year-old when I was 11 years old. Yeah, don't judge me. And she's like low key my fictional crush, Hazel from Dolphin Tale 2 specifically. Hazel from Dolphin Tale 1's too young. No. This is like one of the last years I can like her. Anyway, it's Sawyer's blind. I mean, not gonna lie, Sawyer, he can't see what he's missing. Like, for real? Really? Like, not gonna lie. I mean, Sawyer's nasty. Sawyer's gross. Sawyer's blah. But she was fine. Like, low key. Like, she was nice. Like, she was fucking adorable. I'm gonna try not to curse on these, but she was adorable. Like, and her voice is so nice. Like, so the idea that Sawyer's like noticing all this was like really eye-opening to me. It was like, oh, blah 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 blah. I don't know what that even means, but Hazel, she looked so happy with Sawyer, and Sawyer looks so happy with Hazel. They did all the cliche things that movie couples do, such as the whole like they're near a body of water and he's swimming and then he pulls her in. That's so stereotypical. And then them standing and waiting in the water and they exchange glances with each other and they're just looking at each other and they're in the moment and then they get caught by someone else because they know they're not supposed to be there. That's textbook movie writing. That is the textbook's definition of, hey, this is a romance. This is going to be a romance. This is happening. But the way they executed it in the end was just so lackluster. It makes me wonder, what were the screenwriters thinking? Was a kiss too unfamily friendly? I don't get me wrong. Dolphin Tale 2 is a beautiful movie. It's well shot, it's well edited, it's well on pretty much everything. But when it comes to romance, I can't. Oh, I need to wrap this up. Oh, I don't want to go over 13 minutes. Okay. Anyways, long story short, that's my rant. That's my raw emotion on Dolphin Tale 2. Romance. Have fun, I guess.